Beijing conducts combat readiness pumps attempt to hold back records from January 6 committee. UN Climate Agency publishes draft of final Glasgow COP26 deal. Myanmar military accused of blocking aid to displaced civilians. A threat to wildlife, China integrates capital, Mekelle. NASA releases images of Earth from satellite designed to track impact of climate change. Welcome, my name is Joyce Iakwari, and now the news in full. A delegation of United States as an act of provocation. Taiwan Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the visit and said the trip was arranged by not disclose the names of the lawmakers involved in the visit nor their itinerary. In a statement, said it should not stop provocative actions that may escalate tensions on the Taiwan Strait. The visit comes as China conducted what it categorized as spokesperson Ned Price said in a report statement. It is not their practice to confirm congregational delegations now visited Taiwan on military exchange programs between since reports released once every 2 years. The ministry said the exchange program is essential to deepen military cooperation with the U.S. A federal judge will allow the U.S. House forceful rejection of Trump's recent attempt to control information from his White House. The ruling Tuesday night from Judge Tanya Chutkan of the U.S. District Court in D.C. is a blow to Trump's effort to keep more than 700 pages of record from his White House secret, though his legal team has informed the court it intends to appeal. According to her, presidents are not kings and plaintiff is not president. As of now, the National Archives remain on track to turn over to the White House a number of documents on Friday, including White House call logs from Trump's then chief of staff. The outcome in court also could help the House in its pursuit of more information from the committee yet. According to the judge, the court holds the public interest lies in permitting, not in enjoying the combined will of the legislative and executive branches to study the events that led to what happened on January 6. The Biden White House has declined to intervene to block access to the Trump records. The National Archives, which inherited Trump's presidential record after he left office, has said it will begin handing over records to the White House committee on November 12. The Nations Climate Agency on Wednesday published a first draft of the political decision countries will issue at the end of the COP26 summit. Negotiators from nearly 200 countries will work from the draft to strike a final deal before the summit ends on Friday. The COP-covered decision is being closely watched for what it might commit countries to do to bridge the gap between their current climate targets and the more ambitious. Big divisions remain as countries battle over the fine details. Among them are disagreements over carbon market rules, the timeline for updating emissions cutting pledges, and payment to climate vulnerable nations. The military may have committed war crimes in the eastern Karenni state by arresting humanitarian workers and destroying food stocks meant for conflict-displaced people. Workers in Karenni state, also known as Kaya, since it seized power in a coup on February 1st, drawing on more than 20 arson attacks, looted civilian property, and destroyed food, medicine, and other aid supplies. The alleged blocking of aid comes amid intense fighting in Karenni state between the military and armed groups, including militias founded by civilians in the aftermath of coup states in the ongoing fighting. But rather than facilitating life-saving aid to the conflict displaced, the military has taken concrete steps to deny civilian access to it, according to aid workers, and setting up roadblocks, stopping vehicles at checkpoints, and confiscating aid supplies. All of this has resulted in a lack of basic resources, including of Thailand, India, China, and Bangladesh must immediately authorize humanitarian agencies to provide cross-border aid to Myanmar civilians, adding that government must also outlaw weapons sales to Myanmar, impose targeted sanctions. A new report has warned that the Beijing-supported expansion of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, in many African countries will increase the risks of illegal wildfire trade and threatens the future of some of the world's most endangered species. He said the growth of the TCM market, coupled with the perception of Africa as a potential source of TCM ingredients, is a disaster prescription for some endangered animal species such as leopard, pangolins, and urge stricter oversight of TCM as well as government action to prevent the use of threatened wildlife in offering food and fuel shortages as the Ethiopian government blockades continue. Once a bustling city with a viable commercial economy, now there is barely any fuel for transport and shortages of food and other goods in market, which has driven prices up beyond the reach of most residents. Convoys of humanitarian aid workers, trucks, public buses, and pedestrians going about their daily business countries for their fuel exports and imports, but the embattled Tigray region is not only landlocked, it has been under a blockade. Roadblock militia have set up numerous roadblocks preventing most goods from getting in or out. Prices and inflation have shot up as incomes dwindle, and the supply of everything from food to daily household goods have become increasingly scarce. Satellite, which is designed to capture high-resolution images of the planet and help track the impact of climate change. NASA and the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, have been collecting images. Landsat 9, launched in September this year, is equipped with 2 instruments that capture imagery and together provide experts with data about crop health, irrigation use, water quality, wildlife severity, deforestation, glacial retreat, and urban expansion. Michigan and Windsor, Ontario, from October 31st, 2021. The Operational Land Imager 2, OLI-2, detects visible near-infrared and short-wave infrared light in 9 wavelengths, what the human eye can observe, like the health of vegetation or the strength of a wildfire. Rohit Sharma has been named the new captain of India's T20 side, replacing the Board of Cricket Control of India, BCCI, on Tuesday stated that the 34-year opening batsman was named the T20I captain for India as it announced the deputy. The right-handed Sharma, known for his hard hitting, made his debut in 2007 for the national. Sharma also captained the Mumbai Indians to victory in the Indian Premier League (IPL) 5 times. The tour by New Zealand begins in October 17 with the first of 3 T20 games, followed by 2 games in Ranchi on November 19 and Kolkata on November 21. Sharma has played 106. He has amassed 9,205 runs in 2,027 ODS and 3,047 from 43 test matches at an average of nearly 47. And today in history, on 10th November, along with 8 other activists from the Movement for the Survival of the Ogoni People, MOSUP. It has been the Midday International News Desk, and my name is Joyce Iyakwari. Thank you for watching.